Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Hello, I hope you can hear me. So, no response from that side. Can you hear me, please?
Yes, sir.
Right. And I have shared the screen. You can see the screen as well. Can you see the screen?
Yes, sir.
That's fine. Please talk because even though you are not visible to me, you can hear me now. Right. Let me welcome you all for this lecture series of research methods. So then this will be, 30 hours of lectures. And at the outset, actually, I would say that it's one of the most important subjects that you learn in your life because without research, now people cannot go forward, especially in the academic environment. Your knowledge about the research is very important. Um, so here I have organized my lectures uh, to discuss about the introduction. You want to know what is research and the type of research, approaches to research, scientific method as the major research method, and we adapt that scientific method for computing research. Then that is what we call the milestone approach. Then we go for the reading and writing, and also talk about how to appear for a presentation and the viva. All these aspects will be covered. So then the important few messages that actually one thing for this kind of lecture, you might feel the subject matter we are talking is not that difficult. Sometimes because of that reason, you tend to think this is not a difficult subject. I can learn at any time, even if I don't come for lectures. I can get the note and follow it. Actually, that's a completely wrong idea because especially this kind of subjects, when you see the material is easily understandable, when you want to practice those material, there are some problems. So because of that reason, you should follow the lectures. So your regular attendance should be there. Don't think of following the lecture later. Uh, but one big reason, actually, say now when you are listening to me just now, then you know where I have put some emphasis and other things. Sometimes it is same matter. I may be talking several times, sometime after also in the lecture series. But when you have a recorded version, you really don't know which matter has been stressed very much. So therefore, there's a big difference between following the lecture while it is going on and listening to the recorded lecture sometime later. So therefore, I strongly encourage your attendance in the lecture series because I have so much of experience in this area where students go into trouble because of the ignorance of this part. Then second point that I want to highlight, even though you are getting these slides, remember you should take notes. Taking little notes while the lecture is going on is absolutely necessary. If you don't take notes, it's very likely that you will forget about the important points because slide may have about 5 6 items, but sometimes I might take on these items for 2 hours. So therefore, lot more than what is appearing on the slide, I'll be talking. So therefore, please develop the habit of taking some notes, right? So for example, you get because this taking notes is a uh, method of improving the memory power. So then when you write, you remember, I follow this one and I wrote this one and so on. Okay. I assume that you now ready with a paper and pen. So then a little note can be taken. Okay. So then this note taking is very important and regular attendance is also important don't think this kind of subject you can easily follow without coming to lectures. It is not the case actually. Right. Okay. Then actually there are two books that I have written related to research methods and how to do research. So you can get these two and use as a reference material. Any research method book you can of course use, but eventually you better use this one because these are written from the Sri Lankan perspective by addressing the kind of issues that you are facing. Then we are going to understand actually we need fair amount of time for this first part of the lecture series. Before going to research method, you need to understand what a research is about. Okay. Then actually now try to get in the board. What is research? Okay. Uh, you may have some idea. First, give me a little time to explain. After that, we can discuss. I want to make it as interactive as possible. Okay. You see, there are so many things around us. If you are in a room and you have computer in front of you, maybe lights are there, maybe some fans or whatever are there, like computers, television, many even furniture, many other things you can see. Okay, actually, normally many things around us. If you are really thinking, these are the products coming from research. Computer because some people did some research and they developed this machine. So electric bulb, this Thomas Alva Edison like people did research and developed this bulb. Fan is also like Faraday like people did it. Okay. So actually you can see that the first sentence you may want to see right. Actually many things around us are product of research. Okay. Many things around us product of research. Right. So actually, for example, uh, certain things are in the nature. You can say certain things are in the nature, maybe uh, trees, okay. So then the what you call water, air, light, these are naturally available. Certain things are naturally available, light, water, air, soil, or whatever. But actually, interesting thing is the second point. Actually, even though what we call these natural things, they can also be produced by using theories from research. Very important sentence again. Okay, even the natural things can be uh, produced by theory from research. Yes, right. Now look at this one. I have put natural things can be produced by, say, for example, oil can be produced by research. You know this what we call the synthetic oil. People have even identified that synthetic oil are better than natural oil for vehicles. So various proteins actually maybe coming in the form of fruits or meat or whatever can be artificially synthesized by the research. Okay, so many drugs actually are produced by research. People discover drug and produce them. So many perfume today actually you might see some of the perfumes are not coming in the nature as a smell from a flower or some other thing. These are artificially synthesized. Okay, so researchers have developed those. Now, can you tell me something which is available in the nature, but it can still be uh, generated using methods in research? Already available in the nature, but research finding can also do it. One example. One or two example. Yes. One example about it is already there in the nature, but we can generate it using our own research work. That is one thing. Yeah. Any idea? So you might say, for example, uh, so then we have chicken protein with the chicken, but actually chicken protein can also be produced by research work. Okay. One example. That is not the best example. Best example is the light actually. Our surrounding is full of natural lights, no? So we can also use bulbs, CFL or whatever, right? LED or whatever can produce light. Light is in the nature. Light can also be generated by research. So again, actually, when you have we have water in the nature, but you can also produce water by research. Can you tell me how you produce water? Yeah, how to produce water? Water is forming when hydrogen and oxygen are reacting together. Okay, that kind of thing can happen. Have you seen any system producing water? Yeah, any system producing water? The rivers, and that is not the one I am asking, but is from research work using machines or whatever. So actually, when you think of a vehicle, when the petroleum is burned inside the engine, that means some hydrocarbon plus oxygen. Okay. When burning petroleum with oxygen, what is the output? What is the result? Yes. You have done A-level chemistry, no? What you are getting when petroleum is burned with oxygen? Yes. You don't get any. Please speak up. Otherwise, I don't know whether you are responding or not. When petroleum is burned, petrol or diesel or whatever burned with oxygen, what is the output? The one is the heat. That's why we can drive the vehicle. What else? Yes. What else? From the silencer, what do you get? Yes. Can I name one person? Charmini. Yeah. From the silence of a vehicle, what do you get? So you don't answer no. You get carbon dioxide, one thing. What else you get? Other one you are getting is water. Have you seen vehicles are actually, if the vehicle is tuned up properly, normally carbon dioxide and water coming from that one. So like that actually the thing that I am going to do, this very important thing actually is not note taken really, but you should realize things can be done by research product as research product, or it can also be in the nature. Okay. Now, very important thing actually, then what kind of people actually can do research? It's a very important question. What type of people can do research? Yes. So actually, very important third point. Normally, people who can think differently from the others. Okay. People can think differently, can do research. Okay. They think different. Give me a few examples where people thought different. The Wright brothers actually they thought, why can't we fly like birds? Okay. Then Faraday, like people thought about the electricity. Okay. George Stephenson, this steam engine, right? So then if you want to be a successful researcher, you should have the capacity to think differently from the other people. Okay. Suppose there's a mathematical sum. No one can solve it. Then if you solve it, actually you have a different way or different way of thinking. So therefore, actually you should uh, allow your mind to come up with different ideas, doing the things differently. Okay, that's a very important thing. Then the point I want to highlight, actually not like early days. Nowadays research are not limited to scientists or engineers or the mathematicians. Even for a shopkeeper wants to do research. For example, uh, suppose you have a small retail shop. So you want to do a research to identify how much item from each category, okay, should be brought to a retail outlet to maximize your profit. Okay, how much rice, how much potatoes, how much onion, how much flour, and so on. So to do that one, actually, somebody should do a research and find how is the demand for each item in the last month. So accordingly, sometime you might do some prediction. Okay. So remember that, like that, even a farmer wants to do research to understand, wants to do in order to understand how much different varieties of vegetable should be grown to maximize the profit. That is also research. Okay. Farmer, then maybe even a carpenter may think of different furnitures and so on. That is also research. Okay, right. There are some more to talk about the research. Still, what is research is a very important thing. In those places you have to take notes. We say that research is a process. Okay, research is a process mean research is a step by step process. In a research, you have to go step by step forward. Step by step forward. So that means now you have come to university after A level. Before A level, you had O level. So then we say that education is a process because by doing O level, you cannot straight away come to university. No? Research is also like that. When you are doing a research, certain things should be done now, another thing should be done next, another thing should be done next. Like that, you have to go. Sometime actually in the research, the process you have taken may not be 100% correct. Sometimes you do mistake, then you have to change the direction and go forward. You may have heard people like Thomas Alva Edison had done 999 experiments about the electric bulb. All the 999 steps happened to be wrong. But he had gone through that process, knowing that this way it cannot be done, this way it can be done. So in the process, you cannot do the thing at the last moment, but you have to do it step by step. Why this point is very important? When you are doing your project, remember, you cannot do the project at the last month without doing any work over last 6-7 months before that. So your coursework actually, of course, even if you don't work hard, last month you can work hard and finish it off. But in case of research, you cannot do like that because steps should be followed in the order. Give me a minute, please. Actually, many things in the world are processes. For example, when you prepare a cup of tea, it also has the research element because first you have to boil the water. After that, you have to add tea bags. So then you filter it. Then you have to add milk. Like that, there are certain steps. Okay. And you add sugar finally. But if you do like this, first take a cup, put sugar there. Okay. Then put the tea bag there. You put the hot water at last. And milk also before that. So there is order. The process is that you have to do the first thing first. Sometimes you have to come back. That's a different thing. Okay. So remember, actually, process means better to write that you should follow the steps in the sequence. And success of any step is dependent on the previous steps. Okay. At the final stage, you cannot be successful if previous stages are wrong. Okay. Very important point actually in the research. Not only output but also the process. Not only output but also the steps taken are important. Steps taken are important. So when you are doing your project, you will find there is a step called literature review. That's a step called you learn the technology. There's a step called you design. Okay. When you design, actually, if you don't know, if you haven't done the literature review properly, then design phase you have a problem. Then you have to do it again. Okay. So you cannot skip and go forward. Right. Then actually sometimes people say research is solving an unsolved problem. Okay. It's a very common definition. When you do research, what you are really doing is solve a problem which is not solved. Give me an example. Yes. Nowadays, actually, yeah, finding a drug for COVID. Okay. Find a drug. Okay. A drug for COVID. Okay. Solving an unsolved problem. Okay. So tell me some other research that could happen. Unsolved problem. Yes. So one can say elevating the poverty in the country. It is not to solve problem. Okay. Another one actually. So then you can put COVID like thing. Solving a solved problem in a better way. That is also research. Tell me some. Give me an example. It is a research because you are solving a problem which has already been solved. That is true in a better way, right? Say, for example, actually in the mobile industry, lot of research are going on to do what? To produce better versions of the mobile phone, better than the current one. Okay, then you can say in motor car, on then electrical equipments, mobile phone, they always do research to produce better items. Any product. Okay, say for example, you could remember. I normally take this one. That there is some coconut scrapers developed by some one Mr. Odiris. Okay, so manually operated coconut scraper initially. Okay. Then actually there's a solution already for coconut scraping. But later actually they motorized that one by putting an electric motor. Now doing it better. Many engineering research are like that. Okay. Another one, sometimes you do research to integrate some known solution together. Give me one example. Integrating known solution together. Yes. Actually, if you combine Faraday's law and Thomson-Joule effect together, then you can have the air conditioner. Then if you have Bernoulli's theorem and Faraday's law together, so you can develop a electric fan at home. Okay. So better to write down this example what I am telling. Integrate some known solution together. Okay. Faraday's theory and Bernoulli's theory, electric fan. Thomson-Joule effect and Faraday's theory, air conditioner. Okay. Now you see when you take a mobile phone lighting, so there are many technologies coming from other areas. They put them together. Say for example, camera is there. Okay. So the new voice recorder is there. Okay. So movie player is there. Right. So like that many known things are together. So then it will become a new product which is capable. Actually, please talk. Actually, you have given your answers in the chat because I cannot look at the chat all the time. I would encourage you to talk. Okay. I have seen some answers. Okay. Then another one, revealing why something is better than the others. Very important, simple research. Give me an example where people reveal something is better than the others. Actually, in the market research, what can do is, so then you can do a research about the sales of the toothpaste over last 6 months or whatever. Okay. Then you can identify Signal or Sudanto, whatever. This is the branch having the highest selling rate. So then you are saying that this particular toothpaste is better than the others. Every time you are doing this kind of research, it's very important actually. Okay. So when you go to a shop actually, there can be so many items of perfume. Okay. So many perfume items. Then what do? You check the smell of those things and finally buy one. Here what you are basically doing, you are finding which one is the best out of other given things. Okay. So even actually you can write wine perfume or even wine pair of shoes or wine some other thing. You are doing kind of searching. No? Okay. Kind of experimenting you are doing. That is the research. Okay. So then discovering new knowledge. That is the scientist term normally. If you discover something which is not known to people before. Okay. For example, if somebody discover this coconut oil is bad for cholesterol, or some people have discovered, say, or some time ago, this papaya leaves, the juice is good for dengue. So discovering a new knowledge. Okay. Or even actually, if a person, sociology person has analyzed GCA level results, and it said that during COVID pandemic, this in all subject areas, the student performance have gone up. That is the discovering new information, new knowledge. Okay. So scientists are these days talking that this COVID is spreading by touching various surfaces and so on. So recently I saw that some group of scientists have identified. So then this one is spreading because of toilet drainage and so on. Another finding. Okay. So inventing something. Okay. What do you mean by inventing? It is not there. Okay. In the nature, but you have people have constructed it. Now, give me some examples about the famous discoveries and the inventions. So, for example, famous discoveries could be discovery of DNA discovery. Okay, penicillin discovery, drug you discover from the nature you are finding them. No? Okay. So then all this Newtonian theory, Einstein theory, Galileo, Copernicus, all these people discover various things in the nature. Scientists are discovering. Inventing means something not in the nature, but you produce. Give example about the inventions. I'm asking the question at the school level. Give me some example about the inventions. Yes. Please speak up. So one example, telephone is an invention. There is nothing called telephone before invention. Then what are the other inventions? Yes. Yes, please. So television invention, then what else?
Internet.
Yes. Internet invention, yes. Electric bulb invention. Computer invention.
Steam engine.
Transistor invention, yes.
Steam engine.
Sorry.
Steam engine.
Steam engine invention, yes. Gramophone, radio, okay. Printing press, bicycle. All these are inventions. Right. Okay then. Again, actually, if you do something differently from the other people, that is also a research. Give me an example. That is also research. Now you can see if you go to supermarket, there are 2-3 manufacturers. All are producing, say, some what you call dry fish or whatever packaging. But the technique that they are using are different. Then the quality of the products are also different. So when you say, when you take, say, Honda, Toyota, Mitsubishi like people, they are same cars, actually technologies may be the same, still they are doing that differently. For example, in Honda hybrid, what happened is initially battery and the engine both work together at the same time. But when Toyota came up with this hybrid idea, Toyota is designed in such a way that when engine works, battery doesn't work. When battery works, engine is silent. So one at a time, or both at the same time. Two different views, no, two different way of reading it. Okay. So then in the exam, I'll be asking question. Why do you say, give examples about research is kind of discovery. Research in all invention. Give an example. Okay. Integrating some known things together. Right. Solving a solved problem in a better manner. One more thing, anyway, we can have some more ways to look at this one. Explaining why something happened. Explaining why something happened. Actually, our great scientists in the past did this one. For example, Newtonian theory explained why apple falls down, no? Why an apple falls. So you better write actually all these Newtonian theory, Newton, Galileo, Copernicus, Archimedes like people explain why certain things happen. Why certain things happen. Okay. Right. Now consider few examples like this. Say, for example, think of a mother in a kitchen. Okay. What kind of research he can do? Yeah. What kind of research can be done by a mother? Yes. Yes. Actually, he can cook same curry, say dal or whatever, in different ways, and find which one is the best one. This Dr. Publish like people. Actually, they are doing research in their own area. So, say for example, carpenter can design a chair with steel legs, wooden arms, and fabric seat and the back, combining the available technologies together. Okay. So, carpenter can even come up with single leg chair with certain features. Okay. You can see the umbrella like people are coming up with various designs of furniture. Okay. Then next point I want so far what we discussed, we were talking about what is research. Then with those you get some idea about the research. Research is doing this kind of work, this kind of work, that kind of work and so on. Okay. Then why people do research? It's an important slide actually. So by the way, I would like to spend 1 or 2 minutes to discuss about some example for the previous one. Say for example, say there is a mechanic in a garage and he has what kind of research that person can do? Mechanic in a garage? Yes? Yes. In a garage? They don't do any research. Of course, they have various methods of diagnosing problems. Okay. So sometime when you go to a particular garage, in few minutes they will tell what the problem is. But in other place, that won't be the situation. Okay, getting back to this one. Later you can even a teacher can do research about which student is the best out of all the students available, which student is good in which subject, like that. Then why people do research? Very important thing. One can give so many reasons. One reason could be solve certain problem. Problem solving is the reason. Okay. Many academics and the industry people, they are doing research because of problem solving. Some people do research to discover some knowledge. Okay. To discover some knowledge. Say, for example, people say that I want to find why GCA level students' performance are going down. It's a research, discover. Some people would like to invent something. Say you may want to invent more efficient solar panels. Okay. Invention is behind you. Discovery is behind you. Another reason to do research is gain skill to do research. That is very important. Some people do research because they want a training to do research. You are coming under that category because you do your project, you do your research to learn about how to do research. Okay. Very interesting. And another one, actually, some are interested in certain interested in research. Okay, say for example, in my case, in general, I am interested in research. I do research in philosophy, or I do research in my cultivation at home garden. I do research about my student performance and so on. Like that, actually, because of the, if you don't have any interest in your life, then you cannot do research. Obviously, some interest should be there. Then sometimes actually people are curious. What do you mean by curious? Yes, they want to learn, want to know. They are suspicious about something. Curious to know. Is that curious about something? Give me an example where people are curious. Yes. Then Copernicus was curious. Why? Why? Sun is coming from this side and going to the other side in the evening. Okay. All these examples I am telling you, better write them down. So then Newton was curious why an apple falls. Okay. Archimedes was curious why certain amount of water went out from the bathtub. Better to put an asterisk and write it. The most great scientists like Einstein, Newton, Copernicus, Galileo, and so on. Okay. They did research because of the curiosity. Curiosity or interest, we can say. Other one, actually people do research for their career development also. Their job is doing research. For example, you know, these days, when you talk about the PCR experiment are conducted by some researchers. These days, day and night, researchers are working on discovering a drug for COVID. That's how it works. Okay. So then actually, for certain subject areas, research is a must for those, if the people want to go up in the ladder. If you need promotion and so on, you need research. Therefore, such people are doing research. MRI, okay. Then Medical Research Institute, Coconut Research Institute, Agriculture Research Institute, okay. So many other laboratories, there are researchers. That is their job. Actually, some people do research as a business. That is also a very interesting thing, right? That means they solve problem for the other people. Okay. Give me an example. There are actually a lot of finance research firms. What they do, say for example, Cargills go to them and tell that I want to your company to do a research about the actually how the which items, okay, in which amount should be ready during the COVID season to earn more profit. Okay, then actually that problem is not a problem of the research company, but they do it for you. Okay, just like lawyer is appearing for court cases for the other people, no, lawyers are not appearing for the court cases where they are the they have committed the offense, but they are appearing for the people who have legal requirement. Okay, so then some people know law for the subject knowledge. Some people become a lawyer, so then for them it is a business. Okay, so in marketing, actually, a lot of research are conducted by a third party company. Again, actually, in areas like advertising, a lot of research are done by third party research people. Okay, so sometimes actually people do research to disprove or prove something. That is also very interesting. Disprove, prove something. There are people who are doing research like that. Give me an example. Give me an example. Say, for example, sometimes people say that we can generate what we call petroleum from polythene or plastic. Now it is struggling very hard to devise a small mechanism to demonstrate. Yeah, you see, from here I am putting plastic, from there I am getting petroleum. Yeah, Einstein wanted to disprove the Newton. Okay. Now you can see people are doing research for different purposes. Now you should realize actually in all developed countries, UK, US, I don't know whether we should say these are the developed countries anymore because now they have a lot of problems. Okay. When you take all these UK, US, then Australia, or China, Japan, whatever, you are taking all these countries, one of the biggest strength that they have is that they do research. Okay, they do research. So better to mention somewhere. Actually, in all developed countries, research, conduct of research, it's a big contribution for national development. Big contribution for national development. Generally, poor countries don't do research. Poor countries do very little research. And they depend on others. They depend on others. Okay, that's why actually we are waiting for other countries to discover drug for COVID, no? Our scientists are not working for discovering a drug. Because anyway, Western people don't want our people to be researchers. And researchers mean we have the ownership of the knowledge. Okay, developed countries don't want Our scientists also actually very obedient. When Western countries say that you cannot do. But it should be other way around. Then we should also accept the challenge and do research in that area, in those areas. Okay. Right. Then you got some idea about the research. Okay. Now there's a point when you are learning at the school level, after learning a subject, uh, your knowledge is very much like a very fine cut finish ball. So then surface is very much smooth and so on. But actually at the university level, when you are learning, after learning something, that means what is research? Many points are there. You don't know which one is applicable to me, which is the most important, and all kind of questions are there now in your mind. So then at the university level, once you learn, you are full of doubts and some views. Why it should not happen this way, why other way around and so on. So therefore, remember now you are at the university, after learning what is research, uh, why people do research, these are not actually uh, very easy question to ask. Okay, for example, when election is close by, our politicians also, they don't do research, actually they get done some research by other people. Okay, like we have a profession like doctor, teacher, lecturer, lawyer, and so on. In developed countries, research is also, or research officer is also a job position, like a doctor. Okay. Now we go for very important slide. In the real life, we are familiar with two terms called search and research. Okay. Search and research. What is search? Search means you are looking for something that you already know. Looking for something that you already know. That is search. Okay. Say for example, if you lost your key, you can search. Okay. If you lost your pair of scales, you can search for it. Okay. If you are lost in a city, then you want to find the way back. Okay. If you know the city, actually you can search for it. Okay. Say for example, you want to find the post office on the Gold Road. If you know the area called Gold Road, then you can find the post office. Right. Actually, what is interesting is I'll be asking question on those. When you say search, you can look for something that you already know. Other one we call the research. Research. Very important thing. So when you are looking for something you already don't know, you are unknown. Okay. Say for example, you want to find which particular variety of rice, whether this rice contain cyanide or not. You don't know beforehand whether that will be there or not. By doing experiment, you can say for example, sometimes water is contaminated due to various things. Okay. So then assume that COVID, then uh, you don't cremate the people, you just bury them. So then, so you want to check whether water contamination has happened. You don't know what the result beforehand. Okay. suppose you are checking whether mango tree has any important chemical. So you don't know it beforehand. But you take a real world simple things. When you buy a laptop, okay, suppose you want to buy a laptop, think of the process that you apply to buy a laptop. Yes, you examine Dell laptop, then Toshiba, and then Asus, something like Mitsu. There are various brands, no? Right? Do you know beforehand which laptop you will buy? Give me your answer. When you are trying to buy a laptop, beforehand, do you know what which laptop you will buy? Yeah, you know or you don't know? Yes or no? You want to buy a pair of shoes. Now beforehand, you don't know whether you will buy a Bata one, no, DSI one, no, some other foreign one. Which price? Which price? Nothing is known. No. Okay, without knowing what's going to happen at the end, you are searching for something. So you are looking for something. Don't use the word searching. Looking for something. That is the reason. Okay. Suppose finding a vegetarian shop in Morotto area. Then, if you know the Morotto area, probably what you are doing is searching. If you don't know that, say, forget about the Morotto. Suppose you go abroad for unknown country, unknown area. Now you want to find the uh, say market or whatever for a particular purpose. Now you are doing research actually. At that time you don't know where that market is. Okay. So like that actually, you can see many things in the real life where you look for something without knowing what you are going to get. Okay. Now tell me, say I also give some example. If you are not married, okay. Now you are not married or small. Once that is when you are looking for a partner in the future, so you are doing research or search. Yeah, research or search. Yes. Now you are not small guys no. Now in the campus, now in the batch, now you are looking for a girlfriend. So it is a search or research. Yes. There are two answers. Let me check. Search or research. Yes. Two have told research. Yeah, I would say correct. Why it is research? Do you know beforehand who is going to get married or it being selected? You don't know. Until you find it, you don't know it. That is the beauty of research in a way. Right? You are looking for something that you don't know. Right? Assume that so then person had done so much of research for many years and started the marriage life. Okay. So the both of them went to a shop. Then suddenly the wife is missing. Okay. Then actually husband is doing searching or researching. Yes. To find the wife, now he has to execute some looking for. No, what kind of looking for? He's now looking for something he knows. Therefore, it is search. Understand? Good. So now tell me actually in the real life we do more research or search? Yes. So when you are filling your uh, university admission book after GCA level, so you are looking for some degree programs. Okay, degree programs from different universities. What is going in your mind? Searching or researching? Yeah. Yes, searching or researching. Suppose you are interested in computer science. Okay. So then you are looking for universities having uh, computer science degrees. Okay. So, but you don't know beforehand which university you will be selecting. Okay. Today you might decide I will go to Colombo. Tomorrow you decide I will go to Kelnias. After that you decide I will go to Kuno, whatever. So sometime late actually you finally decide I will go there, but you are not really sure about it beforehand. Okay. Sometimes I used to ask girls in the classes. So then, suppose you are cooking cooking something, okay? Maybe potato curry or whatever. Can anyone predict what is going to be the final product? Yes, a tasty thing or untasty thing or whatever. No, only thing we can do, let the person to do it. After that, we can check it. Okay. Now you have some idea or difference between search or research. Okay. Even actually, when you go to canteen, right? If you go to your canteen in the food court or whatever you call, if you know the place, actually, you are searching for uh, this and that. Okay. If you know there's a food stall, there's another snack bar kind of thing, there's a rice and curry place. So like that you have many places. Then if you know the place, what you are looking for is a search. If you don't know the place, you are doing research. Sometimes actually you go in the uh, north direction, but actually the particular shop that you are looking for is behind you. Okay. Suppose you went on a trip. Okay. So then you had a puncture in your car. Okay. It is at night or it's by evening actually. Okay. Now you have to find a tire shop nearby for repairing this one. Now what do you do? Are you searching for a tire shop or you are researching for a tire shop now? Yes? Searching or researching? Yes? Searching or researching? Yes? So you met with an accident in certain area. Actually, that answer depends on whether you know the area or not. Wandering here and there because it is researching. Okay. So after the degree, what are you going to do? Now you are actually searching for a job or researching for a job. Yes. Yes. Searching for a job or researching for a job. You are searching for a job. That means you know the list of jobs. But still, I would say that even the list is known, you don't know which job you are going to get. This is not known, right? In fact, a few years back, I could remember in one television program, one lady was telling that I was researching for my wedding sari. He said that researching for wedding sari, not searching. So he doesn't know beforehand what the sari is going to get. Okay. That means what I'm trying to say that actually we do more research than search in our life. Okay. Okay. Actually, now a very important point I want to highlight here. This has a very big importance for the future. Now, actually, time to time, this world give emphasis for different things for the development. Emphasis for the different things. For example, some time ago, maybe 3-4 centuries ago, lands are the one which are very important, which have the highest commercial value. That era we call the agricultural economy. In the agricultural economy, lands are the most important because you can do the agricultural things there. Even actually, then British people come here and colonize. Why those guys are going here and there? Because in those places they start cultivating and earning money. Okay, tea, rubber, coconut, that kind of things were there. Cinnamon like things were there. So in the agricultural economy, if you want to be rich, you have to have lands. After that, actually, we came to an era we call industrial economy, where if we have machines, you can produce more. Therefore, you can earn more. Okay. So that's how the Western countries develop a lot. When our people produce things using hands and so on, but using machines, actually, they can do it much faster. Okay. So then after harvesting paddy, so then in order to separate the hay from the paddy, then people earlier used some manual methods, but now they use machines. So in a couple of minutes, sometime a very big area can be processed. Then in agricultural economy, lands are important. Industrial economy, machines are important. Then third one, actually, what is called the knowledge economy. What is important is the knowledge. Okay. For example, you don't have lands. Maybe you have some 8 by 8 room or whatever, very small room, where you can keep your laptop and you can have a bed there. Then in this knowledge economy, what you can do internet search and give the information to other people and earn money. For example, now people who produce something like e-channeling solution. Okay. So you can develop e-channeling application and host a web server on the web, and you can earn money. You don't need big lands for that. You don't need big machines for that. You need only knowledge. Now you see all this online shopping and all kind of things. Okay, eBay, then other Daras, all these online shopping options. Okay, e-channeling thing, right? So even this Ikman.lk kind of thing, you can advertise your vehicles to sell. You can also buy vehicles from there. These are the ideas now. No, sorry, these are the different kind of knowledge because they are there. Then you can take it. You remember that same internet given to two people, they can come up with different uh, kind of knowledge because one can find more knowledge, accurate knowledge. Another person can find less reliable knowledge and so on. Okay. Actually, now we are in the knowledge, better mention that. Now we are in the knowledge era. Now we are in the knowledge era. And heading to, heading to heading to next era, next economy, which is called concept economy. Where demand is for new ideas or concepts. Where demand is for new ideas or concept. New ideas or concept. Okay. In other words, what we are telling, you can write in other words, if you have new ideas or concept, you will be rich. New ideas or concept, you will be rich in the tomorrow's world. Okay. In this case, you don't need big lands, no need big machines, no need big knowledge. You don't need land, machines, or knowledge. Even with little knowledge. But ideas make you rich. Ideas make you rich. Can you give me some example where people become so rich because of ideas, not because of lands or knowledge or any other thing? Okay. Give me a few example where ideas, because of new ideas, some people become so rich. Yes. Tell me one idea, one concept. Okay. Marketing industry. Okay. This one is a nice one. Facebook is a good example. New idea. Then guy came up with Facebook concept. Then you will start telling all other thing. No. What are the other good example of that nature? Yes. Only Facebook is there. What happened to YouTube? YouTube is also amazing initiative. PayPal, okay, Google, yes, new ideas, yes. Elon Musk, okay, right. What else? Just ideas, okay. Here you have recently Netflix, okay. Recently I heard that now actually when you take the Netflix network, there are shares operating now. That this pound of Netflix is not the real owner of that one now because some other people have much more shares than what he had. I think now even YouTube has been bought by Google. I think no, recently it happened. So now you can see these are the all these concepts like WhatsApp, Viber. Okay, okay, these are ideas. Remember then, now you are computer science student learning research method and now again actually this World Wide Web Tim Berners is his idea. Okay. So then you should develop, you are eager to come up with new ideas. Your future will be decided by how much new ideas you can. Of course, now what I am telling, I'm inviting you to have that means having new ideas means you are able to do research. Okay, put an asterisk and write it. In order to have new ideas, you must be a researcher. You must be a researcher. Okay. Say for example, even when this COVID pandemic came, even though we are telling that it is bad for the society, big disaster and so on, Some other capable guys actually earn because of this online delivery, right? So they found ways and means of doing it. Okay. By the way, just for my information, how many registered students are in this batch? Yes. Now I can see only 27. Yeah. You don't know. 48. Then only 27 are there. Then actually what I have to say that please convey my deepest sympathies to them, because if they don't come to lectures like that, they'll be in trouble. Okay. Remind them. Sometime without knowing they are thinking that we will learn this one. And so actually today what I said, I can very easily ask a good question, because knowing about research is not an easy thing. Okay. So in other words, actually what we have already told here, your future is decided by your ability to do research. Okay. You can write in addition, in other words, your future success is decided by your ability to do research. Ability to do research. Within bracket, think differently. Okay. Okay. I'll give you some ideas. Actually, where this think differently come into operation. Okay. Sometimes very funny to notice that. Some time ago, actually, the story of one lecturer. He did physics and then robotics, that kind of thing. And actually, he's from a poor family. According to his story, uh, he belongs to a family with 10 children, all boys. No father. Then actually mother is baking hoppers in the morning for selling. So when mother start baking hoppers, this student, these children sat in a line and start eating hoppers one by one. Then she managed to save some hoppers for selling. You just imagine when 10 boys are eating hoppers at one rate, then what the mother is going to do. So somehow actually this guy, that particular lecturer as a kid at that time, he was thinking one day I should produce a machine to bake hoppers faster, not like this. Then actually he did A level and came to university. I think did the physics special, electronics, robotics, and that kind of thing he did. After that, actually, that idea is there. Then now he's thinking one day I should develop a hopper baking machine. Actually, he got some international award for that. So then, what is interesting is now we should develop a robot arm. No? When you want to put the hopper mixture into the pan, and you have to rotate that one in a bit of a difficult way. Have you seen that this is rotating upside down, left, right, that way? Pan is rotated. Only that. So he was thinking of a very complex robo arm which can make these multiple degrees of freedom rotations. So then he could not succeed for many years, and he was living in some down south, and according to story at that time he was not that rich. They were depending on some water supply, water supplied from the government. So then there is no overhead tank at home. What happened was he is normally taking the direct water at the back side of the house. There's a place where they you can have a shower. Okay, so if when there is no overhead tank, what happens is if there's a water cut, then you immediately lose the water. So then when one day actually he was thinking, he was having a shower, and while having shower he was thinking about how to develop this robot arm, which is not that easy, no. How to develop this robot arm to make rotate the hopper fan in multiple directions. Then when he was having shower, suddenly water is stopped. Supply from the water supply board, it is stopped. And he has already applied the soap as well. Now it is a problem for him to go out, even to make a complaint. Actually, you cannot go like go with soap and so on. Now he was just thinking, and now he was looking up. The shower is there and so on. Suddenly, actually, he was thinking, if this shower start rotating, okay, rotating very slowly, what will happen? The water coming from the shower will be spread in that area. Okay, shower is rotating, so the upper water coming from the shower will be everywhere spreading over. Then actually he got the idea now. Yeah, that is nice. No, I will develop a hopper making machine. I don't have robot arm. What I will do is, when the fan come to a particular platform, above the fan there is a hopper mixture nozzle which is fixed with the motor. So when fan come under the nozzle, then that nozzle start rotating it by the motor and releasing the hopper mixture into the pan. Okay, only the this nozzle is rotating. It's a very simple thing, no, rotating a nozzle with some small hole using even a small motor, you can do it. So then you don't need to actually worry now to rotate the fan. Instead, that hopper mixture releasing nozzle can be rotated. Now that is what you call think differently. Earlier he was struggling of thinking of a robot arm. Now he got the idea, no, I don't want to rotate. I don't need the robot arm for this. I simply put the fan there, apply the hopper mixture into a nozzle. Okay, that nozzle is slowly rotating. Then that hopper mixture will be evenly apply on the surface of the pan. That's all. Okay, it's very interesting. Another interesting from our culture. I don't know, you may have seen those things the other way around. I could remember even in 1970s, when this Landmaster, what we call the attack or whatever, Landmaster was developed. It's very popular in paddy fields and so on. Normally what happens is, when this Landmaster goes to the field, it has separate some wheels which are suitable for mud. Then they fix it. Then the farmer actually walk behind the tractor while it is working in the field. So then if the tractor has traveled say 3 kilometers, so then this poor farmer has also walking behind that tractor for 3 kilometers. If tractor has worked for 5 kilometers per day, then farmer is also going behind that tractor for 5 kilometers. Okay. Until recently, I think maybe in somewhere late 90s, people did not notice, okay, the trouble taken by this poor farmer by walking behind the tractor. Suddenly, a person got an idea, why not fix a small seat for the landmaster? Now you may have seen landmasters are coming with seat when the tractor is working in the paddy field. So then farmer can sit on the seat. Now no need to walk behind the tractor. You just imagine from 1970s to 1990s, like so about 17, about 20, more than 20 years now. How much these poor farmers have been walking behind tractors in the paddy field without getting an idea of a seat for the tractor. That's how it happens actually. In the history, many things happen like that. Okay, you better read about the great minds, so great scientists in the past and how they develop ideas. Okay, so when you get into the research track, you will enjoy the research than any other thing. So that is so interesting. Okay, so like that, there are nice example about the thinking differently, how the world can be changed by thinking differently. Then people say actually people consider research as a soup. Research as a soup. That means research has four aspects. One is the S stand for substantial. What should be substantial? The problem that you are addressing or concern that you are addressing should be worth addressing. Substantial mean, okay, it's a value, what I call important problem. Okay, substantial means important. So then problem substantial mean problem should be important. We are going to develop online shopping application or whatever. These days there is no challenge in that. No, anyone can do it. Okay. So then a certain level of difficulty should be there. Other one is approach or the way you solve the problem should be original. So that's why people say that research there should be a novelty. Okay, you must solve the problem in a novel way which has not been done by somebody else before you. Okay, so problem is it's a substantial one. The your method of solving should be is something no one has used it like that. Okay. Another important thing, your solution should be usable or there should be an application. Okay. Our industry is always telling that our student projects are no use for the industry. Usability. Okay. Right. Actually, here there is a point. In the research, you better write it note that in a research, sometime sometime its usage doesn't come immediately. Doesn't come immediately. Doesn't come immediately. Doesn't come immediately. Okay. From the history, there are examples, like a nice example. One interesting example is this Boolean algebra. Okay. Actually, you can write, for example, Boolean algebra was invented in 1870. In 1870. Okay. Actually, George Boole invented Boolean algebra in 1870, not 19, 1870. But actually, use of that theory occurred after inventing the transistor. After inventing the transistor in 1948. 1948. Then how many years after? Yes. 1870 to 1940, or say 1950. Okay. How many years? Yeah. After how many years? 1870 to 1940 or 1950. 30 years, no, sorry. Yes, 80 years. Okay. Almost 1 century, no. After, so that you can say that means after 8 years later. So therefore, when you develop a theory, don't expect you cannot see its application very soon. Therefore, usability is not a very good criteria about the research. Okay. Another example about this delay in usability, that is the discovery of this what we call AIDS virus. Okay. AIDS virus was also discovered by scientists centuries ago. When actually people noticed this AIDS virus is in human body, it happened after many centuries later. You can also write that. Then identifying the AIDS virus in the human body had taken place long time after its discovery in green monkeys in South Africa. In South Africa. Okay. So then here the point I am trying to highlight, even though people call research is a soup, actually here usability is not a must. Substantial should be there. Original approach should also be there. Usability sometimes, but in your case, usability is a matter for you because you should finally produce something uh, usable for the industry or department or the faculty or whatever. Okay, that is very important. Therefore, remember that point. Okay. Then the last point is the presentable. Presentable. Okay. So then you should be able to, no matter, very important point, Ajit, no matter how good a research is, if you don't present it to the outside world, nobody knows about your research. Okay. You can write. Without presenting the research to the outside world, it has no value. It has no value. Okay. Presentation skill is a must for researchers. Skill is a must for researchers. Must for researchers. Actually, you should learn this thing also in the history, that one of the main reason why Newton is considered as the father of science, because he has good presentation skills. In fact, some of the discoveries by Galileo, although discoveries are done by the Galileo, Galileo is not a very good presenter. Therefore, according to literature, Newton has stolen the Galileo's experiment and put up them as a kind of three laws, right? So you better mention actually that don't write all this nonsense. Anyway, simple sentence like this, you can say that the success of Newton as a researcher is very much influenced by his presentation skills. His presentation skills. Presentation skills. Okay. Many scientists, presentation skills. And you can write. Okay, we should not mention that even the Leibniz theory, the Galileo thing, Einstein, Newton grabbed those things because of his presentation power. Then actually another good thing about presentation, you know that after discovering theories by Einstein, he had taken about 15 years to present his idea. So then presentation, until such time nobody knows it. Can you write that down also? After developing his theory, Einstein had taken about 15 years without being able to present, without knowing how to do the presentation, Actually, in your research also you have this issue. You may address a good problem, you may have a sound solution, it is also usable, but you don't present to the others well. You present the work to the others in the form of what? In the form of verbal presentation or Written presentation, you write, okay, put an asterisk and wrote it. Many students find the difficulty in verbal and the written publication, verbal and the written presentation, verbal and the written presentation. Of their research work. So therefore, actually, if you feel like your English is not strong enough, better to do some online English courses and so on, then develop your skills toward the presentation, reading, and actually reading will also be there, reading, writing, and the presentation. Okay. Now I want to make a distinction between these 2 points, projects and the research. There are two kind of things. Now you are doing your project. You also do something called project. What is that? Normally, actually, if you are simply applying available theory and do some work, that could be a project. But if you come up with a new theory, new concept, then that work is a research. Okay. For your BSc, MSc like degrees, you are doing projects. But for your MPhil, PhD, postdoc like areas, you are doing your research. What is the difference? Application of already known theory and discovering a new theory. Already known theory is used here. Then discovering a new theory is here regarding what I call research. Okay. Okay. This one is project. This one is research. Okay. Try to break it from here. Here, project means this. Okay. Now you see this diagram. Normal project versus research. So when you say BSc project, MSc project like thing, so what you do is you apply existing methods or theories. Okay. So when you say, when you go for PhD, MPhil like areas, it could be a new methodology or new technology or the new theory. When you are solving the problem, you are actually coming up with a new theory or whatever. In both cases, actually, so you may start with the problem or curiosity or interest or some concern. You end up with solution, maybe a finding, maybe a technology, or maybe a theory. Okay. Our whole process is going from problem to solution kind of thing. This can be done in two ways, either as a BSc, MSc level thing, or you can do it as a PhD or the MPhil level. So it is research. Other one is just application. Okay, then actually next week we start talking about the type of research. So hopefully we can start the research method next week. Okay, after this, now up to this point, actually you should note that you have taken carefully. All these point that we discuss. has a very strong practical implication. Okay. What is research? Why people do research, search and research, source of energy for economy. Why this slide is so important? This slide, if you want to survive in the tomorrow's economy, you must be able to do research to bring up new concept. Okay, that's what we discuss and so on. I think we stop at this point. I am really tired today. In the morning also I had some work after coming home. Just had the lunch and sit for this one. So unfortunately, we had few minute disturbances because of the connecting to the getting the Zoom connection. So then I will stop at this point. If you have any question, don't worry. Actually, this will be very useful experience. Then try to get the maximum benefit out of this. Okay, then. Thank you very much.